Hello everyone, this is a tutorial on the basics about SkyTemple. In here you normally won't see your Explore as a Sky file. Let me just pull it up real quick. So this is the basic interface. You have a bunch of things to the left here, a bunch of lists, strings. Not all of these are important, especially for mystery mail. Let's start with importing Pokemon that are not already in the game. So we go down here. Let's scroll all the way down here. You can use any of these reserve slots or these question mark slots. So we take the name, change it to Esper. And I'm gonna look it up real quick. Esper is the restraint. Ooh. Edgy. Alright. It's just Bulbasaur. And it's sprite. You can see it here and also here. It's just the dummy. We need to actually get the sprites first. Pulled up the commands. It's just exclamation mark portrait and then the name. And then exclamation mark sprite and the name. Just click on both of these. This should come up. Right click. Save image as. Whatever. And then you go import. Make sure this little box is ticked or else you're going to have to export it. Click on the zip file. Open. It always takes a bit. Don't panic. This comes up, and then an error about size normally comes up. Not always, but expect it to. Yeah, like that. SkyTemple automatically corrects these, so there's no need to worry. Look at that. You got a little kitty running around. But it's still using the Bulbasaur portraits. So let's change that. Import from one sheet. And it should be that one. And it's been added no problem. Now that we're done setting up Esper, all we really need is the portraits and the sprite. For now. We want to scroll up, and I recommend you close this. And then we go to ASM patches. Normally, I think 8X, he normally enables the ones you need. And there's only really 2, or maybe 3. Skip quiz, which he actually does on his own. There's also actor and level loader, which I will apply now. What we want to do now is go to lists, actors. And here we are. Got 385 actors. Should be enough, but for some reason, if it isn't, you can always just add a new one. Call it whatever. In this case, we're just going to call it NPC Esper. I just like to change these to whatever everything else is, just to be safe. And then this is where we change the species. We type in Esper. Now, let's say I wanted Esper to have a nickname. Well, text string for name. So surely we can just type whatever we wanted in here. Nope. No. It's not that simple. For mystery mail in general, it's a bad habit to get into to simply go in here, go scroll down to Esper and just rename it whatever. Don't do that. That renames the entire species. Instead, go to text strings, English, and search for something unused. MD1 dummy, everything with that title is unused. So let's change this. Let's call her Esper friend. That's not how you spell it, you dingus. Right. Now if we search friend, here it is. 2845. So, remember that. Scroll down. Change this to that number, 2845. Now our little friend here is named, well, friend. But we can't see that just yet. Click save and move on. Now let's make it actually say something. Let's make it do something. Let's make it not be unused. So, I'm just gonna create a new script scene real quick. If I can. How the hell do you do this again? Alright, after hours upon hours and definitely not a single minute of looking it up, I have it. This is what you should have, except one should be, well, your scene. So let's place down Esper. Click the Add Actor. Place it down. kind, well, that's Esper. And there we go. And then let's just add a camera so that we can actually see it. So now is where the fun begins. The coding. The main part oh, yep. Expect this to happen. It's not crashing, it's just taking a while to load. Ignore that. Alright, this is the first thing you should see when you load up your scene. It should just be def 0 and an end. First thing to do, call up a background. You've got a very helpful tool to help with that. Now what you're able to do here is see all the maps, all of them. Every single one is listed here. 129 pages and nothing but maps. They're all here. The only issue I have is that you can't control F for like temporal tower. But you can still just scroll through them, stop when you find something you want. Like this, right here. And then just copy this. This is the first thing we need. And if you want to add custom levels, well, I'll put a link in the description for Cucumber's video on exactly that. Back, set ground, in all caps, level, underscore, paste. And then close it off, and then boom. We have a background. The next thing we do, call the actors. Make sure they exist. Supervision acting in the layer that they're in. In my case, it's sector 0. So load sector 0. Then we want to make sure the camera's in the right place. So that's just a simple with statement. Performer 0. Camera. Set myself. Now, what you should see is something along the lines of this. You should see the actors loaded in properly, but something's just not quite right. There's something a touch off. Something we could fix quite easily, actually. This is what we've been using. Our actual map is this one. So, click on it. Just as a note, this is only for editing purposes. If you click off and then click, if you click off and if you click off, which one of these has a scene? If you click off and then click back, there you go. And now with our little camera, let's just put it right on the diamond. And with Esper, a bit below that. Never forget to click save. This data isn't automatically transferred into this. You need to click save before it's transferred. And boom. We've got our camera centered on the diamond and Esper a little lower. Perfect. So now let's make little Esper say something. What we're first gonna do is set the face with message set face. In here, use the actor, which is actor, always starts with actor, NPC, Esper. And then the face. There are many different faces. Let me pull them up real quick. These are all the faces, and they are exactly what they're called. Face underscore normal, face happy, face angry, face crying. They're all there. And you get to see them all on this very site. There are special 0, 1, 2, and 3. Those are 4 extra portraits for you to put whatever the hell you want in. So let's make her normal. And then lastly is the position. Face position standard is the one I normally go with. And it's the one I recommend you to go with too if you're just starting out. So we have a face set up, but nothing will actually happen until we use the failed command. Message talk. In these brackets, you can put whatever the hell you want. You can put the F word, you can put a copy pasta, you can do just about anything. But without this glorious little tool, it's not going to look all too good. Let me show you. This is what it would look like if you just tried to put stuff in. As you can see, it doesn't really look all too good. So that's where this glorious little line comes in. If you see a word cutting off, like so, get rid of the space, \n, rinse, and repeat. It's very simple. If you can, remember to put custom speaker in here. It will help a bunch. So let's Control A this, copy it, paste it into our message talk, and then add a space. With this, the scene will kind of just end because SkyTemple doesn't wait until you press the A button, so you need to tell it to. There are 3 ways you can go about this. You can go about this the way the devs use, with call common. Coro, I think it's message close wait func. You can use it if you want, but there's a much cleaner way of going about it. Message close. There's also one more after this one, and it's a lot more technical than you might think. Message key wait. There's a pretty significant difference between this and the previous one. And with that, there we go. It works. And then the moment I click, it just stops. This is one of the differences between key wait and message close. It doesn't close the box until it opens again. I need to move the camera down because Esper's being covered up. Alright, now that I moved the camera down, it's time to start talking about movement. Let's have little Esper move around. With statements are basically, you get an actor and you tell it to do one thing. Just one. One at a time, every single time. That's what we're going with for now. With actor, NPC, Esper. There are multiple ways you can go about this. All of them stemming from the same first word, move. You can do move to position mark, move to position offset. Let's just start with move to position mark. I don't get why there are 2 of them. I just click the first. UNK0, that's your speed. The higher the number, the faster they go. But let's start with 1. Because if we use 0, Esper kind of just teleports. And with that number decided, just type in position. We could just click this, but actually we can't. Because we haven't filled this out. We need a name with these brackets and not these ones, and 2 filler positions. Just stick with 0, 0. Yeah, you need to tell it what the thing you're moving is, so actor. Whoopsie. I need to click here. And I am so glad this is a thing. You do not understand how much this helps. Or maybe you do. Let's find our map again. This is our little marker. Esper will move to this. And yeah, let's just have her run off screen. I'm not sure, but I do think end stops Esper from moving. So let's just do, wait 100. Just in case. Wait basically tells the game, hey, you should stop for this long. And then if I click this, she does move slightly diagonally. And that is how you make movement, face setting, talking, among other things. That should be enough for a simple tutorial, right? Thanks for watching.